Wait, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, so yeah, Dom, your first double-double, how does that feel?
It feels great. First, we got the win today. That was the most important for us. We needed to bounce back and to start with this road trip. So I'm super happy for that. And for my game today, it was a good game thanks to my teammate because everybody did the job well, and that's what helped me to have a good game today. So every time I would give credit to my teammate because I can do that by myself. So yeah, it feels great.
And then I am actually writing about Neca, and so I wanted to ask either one of you, both of you, if you want to talk on it, about what her leadership, both on the court and off the court and the union fight, what that means to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about it from our different perspectives if you want to.
I would love that.
Obviously for me, I always say I'm never surprised. I'm always impressed. Just how much she shoulders, how much she carries on a day-to-day basis, what she's dealing with. Remembering when we went through the bubble, we were talking about that, not knowing if we'd even have a W. And Neca was a huge essential part in that. And we've just thrived under her leadership. And as players, as a league, whatever team she's on this team. Just happy to have her. I always talk about her being a steady, constant force since she came in the league. And it's not just on the court, off the court, what she brings to the table, has the respect of all the players in the league, knowing that she's fighting for our best interest, her ability to listen, be solution-based, the hard conversations that she has to have week to week, where she's literally fighting for us. I've seen it. I've been in those CBA meetings. Obviously, I'm very close with her. But I'm just proud of her up to this point, just continues to, set the standard of what it should look like. I could talk about her all night. If you want to hear Dom's perspective.
Yeah, from my point of view, Nika is just the vet. I mean, I couldn't hope to have a better vet than her. I just need to watch her, not even talk to her, just watching her, how she just practice every day, her routine, how she just so disciplined, and so as a rookie to have an example like her every day is just a blessing. And so I'm just so happy to have her. And she's just this leader. And whenever I have a question or I need advice or I need something, she just always there, and she always say the good things, the right thing. And I mean, she's just that girl. I mean,
She's that
just
girl.
that girl.
Percy, we'll go to you next on Zoom.
Hey, thanks. Quick two-parter first, Sky. Hey, Sky, it's been a while since y'all had a game like this. How much fun were you having in the third quarter with the block on Cardosa and the three on Haley when y'all essentially put the game away? And what was it like on the bench when the starters are there watching players like Dom and Lexi just have these breakout performances?
Yeah, so I liked our energy in the second quarter defensively. And I don't know what mark, I feel like saw a clip from 448 where they had 26 and we kept them there. I don't know. I think it was like 10 or 11 possessions how we finished the quarter. And so I liked how we finished the momentum we took into halftime. We talked about, that being a struggle point sometimes. When we up 10, we're going to let them score 2 in a row, let them go on a 6-0 run. And we decided, let's go the other way. And so today we really talked about trying to put together that full 40 minutes of defense. And, we know what we can do on offense when we are able to play the defense how we want to play, get out and run, not let them set up in the zone too much. But I really liked how we shared the basketball today, Percy. But yeah, obviously, just having some fun. Obviously, I wasn't here last game, but just having a lot of fun with my teammates and, us taking care of business tonight. I said it in the huddle, a wounded animal is more dangerous. And so sometimes when people are out, other people stepped up. And I thought for us, it was our bench that really stepped up and held it down. When you talk about Dom, I talk about, her potential in this league all the time. The youngest player in history to get a double-double, the youngest player in history, to pass 100 points, to clip 100 points in our league. And it just shows the potential of what she can do in this league. But it also shows what she could do right now. And going against a tough, veteran in Elizabeth Williams, a veteran in Camila Cardoso, I thought she did a great job. And so she rolled her ankle, got hit in the face 99 times. So yeah, I did like how we were able to take off. Obviously 31 points in that third quarter was big for us, but it really was the whole game setting the tone, specifically defensively in the second quarter.
All right, next we'll go to Jeff.
Yeah, Skylar, just because you asked, it was the final 5:50 of the
Okay.
second quarter that you held them scoreless. For Dom, actually, can you talk to me about how important it is to get extended minutes with your whole second unit and live game rep minutes and building that chemistry with Lexi?
I mean, it's just the fact that we can be part of it, also part of the party. Uh, the starting five doing a great job starting the game and putting pressure on them right away. That gives us a chance to step up on the court and also bring our energy, bring what we can bring. So, I mean, when we're on the bench, we're just always ready, whether it's 1 minute or 10 minutes, we're just gonna give 100% of what we have. And when we have games like this, when we have to change the chance, sorry, to just show up and be there for the team also and bring our sauce.
Yep.
It's just good for us. So I'm happy when we have game like this. We have also Zaya, which is also ready every time to step on the court, and we stick together and we're always ready. We always talk to each other to be ready to cheer for each other
Yep.
in the bench, and we're always ready to step in.
All right, Willie, you're up.
Thank you. Hey, Sky, for you, maybe away from tonight's game, I'm curious. Obviously, a long first half, then the All-Star game, the CBA meetings. Also, taking consideration, you're a parent, you're a veteran, you've been through this. You missed the first game. I'm just curious how you're doing. Your first game back, re-energized, rejuvenated, and how important it is for people to understand to prioritize maybe mental health and just whatever it was just in and how you're feeling. That's all.
I feel excellent. I have a great support system here in Seattle. Obviously we're human beings. We're not cyborgs. And so, I'm just blessed to be at an organization that has been extremely supportive, to me since I got here. Obviously we all have real life things that we're going through. And I feel the most supported when I'm here with my teammates, when I'm with them on the floor. Basketball is a huge outlet for me. So yeah, I'm doing great that I'm here. I'm on this team, and I got the support that I need, and I love playing the game. I love being out here with them. So yeah, I'm great. I'm doing great. But I'm better when I'm on the floor with this team.
Thank you.
All right, Kasim, go ahead.
Hey Dom, so you've been in this league for half a season now. You've navigated, like last game you didn't get on the board, and this game you have a career game. How are you dealing with, the ebbs and flows of being a rookie in this league, and staying prepared for having a night like tonight?
For me, this season it's a process. When I came here, it was all about the process. I knew that I won't come here and have like everything right now. It's a process. I'm learning. I'm new to America. It's a new country. Everything is so new to me, so I don't put pressure on myself when I step on the court and saying I need to have 10 or whatever. It's just my first focus and only focus is to bring the energy every time, and like the energy that's on the court, I need to bring the same or more. That's what I'm focusing on, whether it's by scoring or defending or whatever. And that's really what I focus on. And every day I go to work, I practice, I have my PT work, and that's what is all about, the process, how I grew, sorry, around them, around my team, and in this team, in this organization, because the goal is to stay here and to grow up here. So yeah, I just feel great for this first half of the season. I think it went well. I think I grew up for sure, and I keep going. I will keep working and show up for my team every time they need me.
Good
Thank
job,
you,
baby.
Dom. Thank you, Sky.
Good job, baby.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Percy, why don't you go ahead, kick us off?
Thank you. Hey, Coach, you talked about this on Monday when you said, like at the end of the day, it's important for you guys to have fun playing this game. Obviously, when you win by 38, at the end, it's easy to like have fun. But did you feel a difference sort of like between this game and your last outing, particularly in that third quarter when like you guys were just having fun playing this game again?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I felt it also, the way that we started the game, and Yeah, particularly in the third quarter, it's fun when you know, execute. And I think that was kind of the theme of today is just discipline and doing the things, the right things, consistently. And I think that, you know, when you're able to, you know, bring in everyone, you know, off the bench and everyone is really contributing, that says something that does something to the feel and the vibe and the aura. Like everybody is a plus, you know, there's um great play from a lot of places. And so yeah, you know, sometimes we get so bogged down into, you know, trying to win games and, you know, sometimes the perspective is let's not forget to enjoy ourselves.
Maggie, you wanna go ahead with the question?
Yeah, just wondering a comment on Dom's game tonight, and were you kind of expecting this sort of explosion out of her?
Yeah, I mean, there are kind of sample sizes of Dom in her minutes and really exploding with, you know, whether it's rebounding or her finishes around the rim. Dom has worked extremely hard up to this point, um, and it's, you know, we see it every day. It's just we want that to show on the court. The matchup was conducive to her being able to show what she's been, you know, really, really working hard on. It's kind of not a surprise anymore. The thing that, you know, is the reality of it is she's 19 and we have to deal with the ups and downs of, you know, her on this journey being a pro. But she's, you know, we're coaching her through staying ready. We're coaching her through having a routine. And I thought today she was sharp in a lot of areas that maybe she hadn't been sharp in her previous game. And, you know, Dom is like our little like grasshopper. I don't even like
Your
baby
6'7"
giraffe.
grasshopper?
Yeah, like baby giraffe. We call it a lot of names, but like she's such a has a great spirit. She's so positive and she's has a maturity about her. She wants to be great in this league and she understands there's a process to that. But we have the the correct people around her to kind of nurture that. And it's good to see her play this well in these amount of minutes.
All right, Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, coach, talk to me about the importance of the bench unit getting extended minutes, building the chemistry, what you're seeing out of Lexi lately, and also just your team's entire defense. You know, you held them scoreless for the final almost 6 minutes of the second quarter, and obviously under 60 for the game.
Yeah, it starts with our starters having the correct mindset, and the focus that it takes to get us to where we need to get to, especially a game like today. And then obviously the bench coming in and sustaining that. That's the growth. And you know, when we're able to find extended minutes for our reserves, then you know, Neca gets a breather, Gabby gets a breather, and they're able to stay, you know, sharp and ready for the latter part of the game. And I thought there's great contribution from everyone. I think Lexi is finding some rhythm. I think it's important for her to see a couple go through. I talk about, you know, what I need to see from her on the defensive end, but today she even initiated a lot of offense and was able to play some point. We've been getting reps with her at the point in practice. So you know, you have to honor her 3-point shooting. No matter where she is on the floor, she's a threat there. And that's going to be important moving forward, as we find you know, a variety to our offense. You know, we had the points in the paint today, but to shoot 45% from three, I think the efficiency there helps, especially having a shooter like Lexi. And yeah, the trust of our bench, the trust that I'm going to continue to have in our bench is going to, you know, be there. We have to be productive in those minutes as well, though. So I thought that was a very that our group was productive there, and we were able to sustain the lead.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew, you're up.
Thanks, Coach. Always good to see you. Just want to ask first about how you felt your spacing was tonight on the offensive end in terms of not only having Erica and Skylar hit those early threes to be able to get that outside production, and also Tyler Marsh along with Stanley Johnson, you the only 3 Black coaches in the league currently. Just your thoughts in regards to any bond with him and just in general with his whole work right there.
To your first question, I would probably have to take a look at the film a little bit more, but what I really feel like is we were playing out of our defense. One of the keys today was to play in transition and be efficient in that area. They threw some zone after makes, after free throws and silent out of bounds and after timeouts. And I thought, within those possessions, we were able to get into the paint and find our shooters. I think there's a stat at halftime. We were very efficient in our spray threes. We were not efficient in our just pull up threes. And so it's going to be important with our spacing that we continue to use one another and find each other, move the ball and take open shots. And as far as, being one of 3 Black coaches in this league, I respect Tyler a ton. We don't know each other really well, but he sent me really positive messages in the off season, and I've spent some time with him when we're kind of out recruiting at the Final Four, and he's a great guy. I think to have experience that he has in Vegas and now coming and his staff being all black, I honor that, and I think I think that he's representing a whole lot. We stand on the shoulders of giants. I talk about this all the time. And, I don't take my position for granted. Being the only Black woman in this league, it's about representation, but it's also about, honoring this position, doing my best, giving my all to the team. And I just don't take it lightly. But Tyler has always been very positive with me. And I have nothing but respect for what he's doing. He's doing a great job here. And I just continue success for him.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, for sure.
Final question will go to Kasim.
Hey, Coach. So I know they didn't have Angel tonight, but this is the first game that I can remember in like probably the last month where you guys have outright won the rebounding battle. What can you look back on in this game in terms of your rebounding principles to kind of try to win that battle as we get closer and closer to the stretch run of the season?
They were without one of their better rebounders, and so we'll take being +8 as a positive, and I'll stay positive with your question. Sky getting 7 was huge. Just continuing to challenge our guards to rebound. Dom having 10 is important as well. I don't think there's anything, it's on the minds of our players as far as the techniques of boxing out and all those things. And sometimes we just give up size. Other times it is a matter of, just going to get basketballs, but it's on the top of our minds. Even though we haven't won the last few games, I feel like we've been closer to winning the battle. So it's a work in progress and something that we will continue to focus on.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you.